Well, Georgia young equestrians demonstrated first-place excellence in many regional, national, and even world championship horse shows in 2011. Well, the annual Youth Equine Champions Day at the state capitol in Atlanta was all about their successes. The Monitor's Rick Treptow was there.
Good morning. Good morning. Morning.
After a quick meeting at the Georgia Depot, the 150 winners and parents went to the state capitol. In the always busy, this day very crowded capitol, the youth found their way to the House Gallery. From the floor of the chamber, House Ag Committee Chairman Tom McCall introduced Youth World Champion equestrian BRIANA BIELECKI.
I am really honored to be here today, and I'm privileged to be recognized by the state of Georgia. And I would like to thank everyone who is responsible for holding this day for the youth, because we all love it so much.
BRIANA received a proclamation and had her picture taken with Representative McCall, House Speaker Dennis Ralston, and members of the Georgia Agricultural Commodity Commission for Equine. BRIANA was joined by all the other winners in the House Gallery. After everyone returned to the Georgia Depot, BRIANA said her world champion status was in the Palomino Horse Breeders Association's Youth Horsemanship and Showmanship competition.
Well, I had this crazy dream that one day I would, be recognized by a lot of people. I do Western horsemanship, which is they look at your posture and the overall pattern, and they score it on a points-based system.
BRIANA rides the Palomino horses. The most famous one is still Trigger, the horse owned and rode on television for years by everyone's cowboy, Roy Rogers. Trigger was preserved and is now owned by RFD TV. He travels throughout the country to events. In the Peruvian horse class, the attire is considered in the judging. A cross-type gait makes Peruvians unique. School and her horse take up a lot of Jade Allen's time.
It depends on when you're practicing or what you're practicing for. If it's a really tight competition, then I usually practice every day. And if it's just a fun show, I practice maybe every other day.
Equine Day is all about recognizing good work.
Well, I think it's a testament to the youth exhibitors of Georgia in that we only bring in the top winners from 4-H and from our Federation State Show. The rest of the kids have to have qualified for their world or national horse show.
Even the state's chief executive made time for them.
You've learned to be able to manage and control an animal that is much larger than you. And I hope that you have learned that in order to do that, you have to learn to control yourself first.
A just completed, long-needed equine survey shows the industry has an $868.7 million economic impact to the state. A surprising 2.4% of Georgia's households own horses. 90% of the horses are used for recreation, pleasure, and trail riding. And 44% of owners selling horses in 2011 sold them for no money.
Which means they gave horses away. So the impact of that is phenomenal in that we need to look at what we need to do to bring that market back where we give those horses a value. And that's something that we're going to be discussing at length in the future.
There were plenty of pictures by the families, especially the group inside the state capitol. I'm Rick Treptow for the Georgia Farm Monitor.